The NBA Finals is now a best-of-3 series. Game 5 Monday night back in Oklahoma City, tied 2-2. I'm going to break down the side, total, player props, free plays, free analysis coming up for Game 5 Monday night right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV. And never in doubt, Oklahoma City Thunder never covered until the final basket. All joking aside, they won by 7, covered the 6-point line, and that was the biggest lead of the game. Never covered until that final shot. But of course, we've seen some bizarreness in not only this series, but the NBA playoffs overall. Keep in mind, back in Game 1, the Pacers never led until 0.3 seconds on the final shot in Game 1 and won outright after overcoming a 15-point fourth quarter deficit. OKC made the comeback on the road this time. The series is now tied up 2-2. I told you the pivotal game was Game 4. I thought whoever won that would win the series. Well, you could say the same thing probably about Game 5 here. And the Thunder obviously have the edge back at home where they've been extremely strong in the postseason. And Oklahoma City is now a 9.5-point favorite in Game 5 on Monday night. And more importantly, in the series, they're nearly a 5-1 favorite again. Huge adjustment once again because of the comeback win. OKC now minus 500. Take back around plus 380 on the Pacers, even as high as 400 in a couple spots. So about an 80% chance that Oklahoma City wins this series now. And I agree with those odds, and that means they most likely win Game 5. And when they win, they normally cover the spread. In fact, if you look at their 9 home playoff wins this year, 8 of those 9 wins have been by 15 points or more. The one other win was by 7. So once again, every win but one this year at home in the postseason has come by 15 points or more. And the Pacers are 0-6 against the spread when they lose outright this postseason. So once again, don't overthink it. Public is heavy on the Pacers, plus 9.5. They've loved the Pacers in this series. They've gone 2-2 against the spread. But once again, if you like Indiana, you probably want to look money line here in Game 5 at plus 340. If you like the Thunder, don't let the big number scare you. Lay the 9.5, because once again, Pacers, when they lose outright, have been blown out in most games. Thunder, when they win outright, have won by 15 or more in 8 of their 9 home games this postseason. I do think OKC gets the win here and bounces back. I think they carry some of that momentum. You know, we saw that in the Knicks series. Pacers overcame a double-digit deficit with 2.5 minutes to go to win Game 1 in overtime. Knicks never really had a chance in Game 2, lost outright as a 6-point favorite. I think this loss could linger for Indiana for a couple reasons. First of all, they were about to go up 3-1 in the series. They blew the lead in the fourth quarter at home. Now it's 2-2 and they're back on the road. I look for OKC to come out strong in this one. Could definitely look at the first half or first quarter line even on OKC. 9.5 for the full game makes the first half line right around OKC right now in the first half. Last I checked was about a 5.5 range is where I priced that. 5.5 minus 20 though in some spots, so shop around on that one. Or the first quarter line's minus 3.5, a couple minus 3s, but mostly 3.5s. So once again, I do expect OKC to carry some of the momentum into Game 5 back at home where they've been much stronger this postseason. As far as the total goes in this game, I like the over here. We're starting to get some value with the over. You know, I talked about the strong angles for the under in Games 3 and 4, and it played out. I gave you the under in Game 1 here in the video last week. I mentioned how Ralph Michaels gave us that stat for NBA Final Game 4s, 16-3 to the under the previous 19. It's now 17-3 the last 20 Game 4s. But I had Ralph run the numbers for Game 5s, and there really hasn't been too much of a difference. Let's talk about, first of all, NBA Final Game 5s over the last 22 years when the series is tied 2-2 like this one. Over-under is 5 overs, 4 unders. Against the spread, the home team is 6-3 straight up, 5-4 against the spread. But you will notice that more recently, the home teams have done well in a 2-2 series in Game 5. In fact, they've gone 6-1 straight up the last 7, and they've gone 5-1 against the spread the last 6, going all the way back to the 2010 finals. Once again, over the last 15 years, home teams in a 2-2 NBA Finals Game 5 are 5-1 straight up and against the spread the last 15 years. Over-under, though, really no edge either way there. 5 overs and 4 unders over the last 22 years when we have a 2-2 Game 5 in the NBA Finals. And then just taking a bigger picture look overall, all NBA Game 5s in the Finals for the last 22 years, going back to the 2003 Finals. Not much of an edge here. Home team 13-7 straight up, but average win by only about 4 points. The average line has been about 4 points, and that makes the spread record 10-10 exact. So once again, Game 5 home teams the last 20-some years, 10-10 against the spread, 11-9 to the over. So once again, Game 5 is pretty neutral. But I point that out because I think we now get some value with the over due to that fact. As I mentioned, Game 4s in the NBA Finals are now 17-3 under the last 20, including the game the other night on Friday. And because of that, Game 5s have been pretty 50-50. But that's because they've started to lower the number to where it should be. And that's the case in this one. You look back at Game 1, we had a 230, 227, 226, 227. We now have a 224. DraftKings even has a 223.5 out there. And keep in mind that Oklahoma City did not shoot well from three-point range. They were just 19%, 3 for 16 in Game 4 the other night, and still won the game. Indiana 11 for 36, only 31%. The 31 and 19%. Pacers were plus 24 points from three and still lost by 7. So they got outscored by 30 points everywhere else. I think that's another real bad sign going forward for Indiana. Another reason why I do feel that Thunder will win this series and likely win Game 5. But I do like the over as well. Both teams shot poor from three-point range, still got to 215. These are still two of the three fastest paced teams in the NBA postseason this year. And Game 5s, unlike elimination Game 6 and 7s, do tend to be a little higher scoring. The history also shows that the under works better, as I said, in Games 1, 3, and 4. So I do like the over 224 here. I think we're starting to get some value here. If I lean Thunder and I lean over, well, yes, then I would also lean team total over for the Oklahoma City Thunder in this Game 5. That's currently around 116.5. So once again, Thunder team total over would make sense as well. All right, let's dig into some player props. If I like the Thunder team total over, then obviously we're going to be looking at some player props as well. I mentioned how I thought they needed to start playing bigger and that Hartenstein needed to be back in the lineup. Well, he did start 21 minutes, but he only had 2 points, only 3 shot attempts. So even though he's playing more, still not scoring, just like in the Minnesota series when he did not do much. Chet Holmgren has had a great series after just 9 points, or what was it, 6 points, 2 for 9 in Game 1. I mentioned he needed to play more. Back-to-back big games. He landed on just 14 points in Game 4 on Friday. Just 4 for 9 shooting, but he was 0 for 1 from three-point range. I think he'll get more shots at home. So I still do like Holmgren overs for total points. SGA, Gilgeous-Alexander, 35 points, but he had no assist. So let's talk SGA assist props for the first time here in the finals. No assist. I think that'll change. You could look at points and assist over 41.5. He's had 35 and 28 on the road the last two, but at home in Games 1 and 2, 41 and 42 points and assists combined. So SGA points, always worth a look. We're never fading him on points, obviously, especially on his home court. But total assist odds is right now 6.5 to the under. He had just 4 and 0 in Games 3 and 4, but he had 8 in Game 2 after having just 3 in Game 1. So SGA props to the over, maybe assists, points, however you want to play it, should be worth a look. And by the way, we did get Scott Foster in Game 4. That was predictable. And yes, they got a ton of free throws. So that is one of the reasons the Thunder won. The fix was in. The extender, Scott Foster, got it done. In fact, we had 3 of the top 8 NBA free throw officials all season in that Game 4 the other night. I didn't have that information when I did the video a couple days earlier, obviously, but that was pretty insane, and it did play out. And by the way, in that game, Oklahoma City 34 for 38 from the free throw line. Indiana at home just 25 for 33. Let's look at some Pacers to fade. Obi Toppin coming off a big game. He's been kind of a zig or zag guy off the bench. He's been getting a lot of minutes, at 29 minutes almost in game number 4, 17 points, 2 for 5 from 3. But keep in mind, he had only 8 points the game before that and only 3 points the game before that. He had a big game 1 with 17 points, then followed it up with 3 and 8. I look for him to regress again after a 17-point game 4. I think Obi Toppin, especially on the road, under 10.5 points makes some sense in Game 5 on Monday night. And Halliburton, we looked to fade him on the road. We talked about that going into Game 4, that I leaned towards his under. He ended up with just 18 points, 7 assists. His point total, by the way, was right around 17.5, so he barely squeaked over. He's had 17, 22, and 18 the last 3 games, but he only had 14 in Game 1 at OKC. He's priced at about 17.5 again, so I do like Halliburton under 17.5 points in game number 5, especially on the road where he's been a little bit weaker so far this season. Hey, there you go. Quick hitter for you for Monday night. Game 5 action. This is on ABC, of course, once again at 8:30 Eastern. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on side, total, player props. How are you playing the adjusted series price? By the way, Thunder, as I mentioned, almost a 1-5 favorite now, minus 500. Indiana plus 400, but we can get some adjusted series price. OKC minus 1.5 games, minus $1.15. Once again, And that's exactly right, by the way. I ran the math, about a 51.5% chance that they win both games 5 and 6. About an 81% chance they win game 5. I'm sorry, 79% chance they win game 5. And it's going to be about a 57, 59% chance they win game 6, according to the math. So I'm sorry, 67%. I'm confusing myself here. I got all these numbers here. Let me pull them up. I was running them off the top of my head. Game 5 odds rather, about a 79% chance they win straight up. There'll be about a minus 220 favorite on the money line in game 6. True odds would be about a 67% chance. So once again, 0.79, and that's how you do it times 0.67. Gets you to right around 53%, and that's where the minus 115 is. So I actually think those are the true odds, really pretty even there. So if you want to want to lay the big minus 500 for the for the Thunder to win the series, you could play minus $1.15 at 1.5 games. But the best way to play it, actually, if you shop around and get different numbers, Pinnacle's as low as minus 433 to win the series. Everybody else is 5-1 or higher. But they do have some exact odds. OKC at 4 games to 2, obviously minus $1.15. That's the same as the minus 1.5 spread. But you can also get them at plus 175 to win in 7 games, 4 to 3. Those are the only 2 outcomes that are possible. If you play them both to win a unit net, it comes out to about minus 420. So once again, playing them to win in 6, playing them to win in 7 actually gets it down to about a minus 420 odds. That's much cheaper. So once again, that's a better option than playing the adjusted series price. Indiana, meanwhile, plus 850 to win the next 2 games, plus 750 to win in game 7. So up against it for the Pacers. That game 4, really huge blown lead there. I really do think it lingers, and the Thunder get back on track and stay on track now here in game 5. All right, once again, let me know your thoughts. Side, total, player props, adjusted series. How are you playing this? I read the comments. I reply back. If you're liking these free play videos, I've done every NBA postseason game this season. I did every NCAA tournament game. I've done every NBA playoff game. I will continue to do game 6 for you on Thursday, and then game 7, if necessary, next Sunday. So all I ask, take 2 seconds and smash that thumbs up like button. Just click it one time. Boom, you just did it. Took 2 seconds. Thanks for the support. Thumbs up, like, positive comments below. And don't forget also, subscribe and click that bell for an instant alert so you never miss when one of these free play videos is posted, not only for the NBA Finals, but daily free baseball videos throughout the week as well. Click subscribe and click that bell for an instant alert. And on the way out, if you want my official best bets each and every day, get my Game 5 best bets for the NBA, my daily baseball best bets on my page, along with a bonus free play, Steve Merril, wagertalk.com, and get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. And right now, check out a special offer. Get a 30-day package for the price of 14 days. Once again, 30-day, 1-month package, all sports, all access. That's the rest of the NBA Finals plus my daily baseball best bets for just over $198. That's over a $100 discount off the normal 30-day pass. It's normally $299. Get it for just over $198 right now. That is like getting 30 days for the price of 14, and it works out to just over $6 a day for every play, every best bet each and every night for the next 30 days and nights. No promo code needed. On my page right now, Steve Merril, wagertalk.com, along with a bonus free play. Last cut for my best bet card goes up as a free play each day on my page. And don't forget, this is a great time to get on baseball. Each year we get red hot right at this about time of year in June, July, August, building our bankroll for football. In fact, last summer we went on monster baseball runs, 35-14, 38-15, 57-28. And about a decade ago, the day after the NBA Finals ended, I won 19 straight baseball plays. The best run I've ever had, a 19-0 baseball run in June about a decade ago. So this is a great month to get on board. Last year, my All Sports clients had doubled their bankroll by the end of August. Before Labor Day, we'd already won over 100 units, and we're looking to have a huge summer again here in 2025. Check out that 30-day special, or if you're ready for the 1-year all access, promo code SM365 gets it down to $1 a play, just $3 a day. That information is on my page as well. Steve Merril, wagertalk.com, and no matter what package you get, a 1 day, a 1 month, a 1 year, every client gets the exact same best bets I'm personally using, same games I've won with consistently for the last 29 years, since 1996, 29 years as a full-time professional capper. You too can get my personal plays with analysis every day, and check out that bonus free play, Steve Merril, wagertalk.com, and once again, get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on Game 5 here side. Total, player props, how you're attacking it. I read the comments. I reply back. Also, didn't do any videos this weekend. Wanted to wish everybody a belated happy Flag Day. Flag Day was Saturday, June 14th. Smash an American flag emoji once again, or the salute emoji. We did that a few weeks ago for Memorial Day. Boy, what a hit that was. So once again, if you don't have a lot of time, just comment with USA or a flag emoji. Thumbs up, like. I love it. And I will salute every one of them back. And also, we didn't see on Sunday, happy belated Father's Day. Hope everybody had a great Father's Day on Sunday. Comment below. What did you do on Sunday? There was no Stanley Cup, no NBA Finals. Maybe you watched some baseball, watched the golf, the U.S. Open Finals, or maybe you watched that 2-7 Chicago Sky, Connecticut Sun 2-7 national TV game on WNBA on CBS. I turned it on, no lie, and within 3 minutes, Angel Reese was starting to fight. Apparently, she got her hair pulled on a foul. I posted on Twitter that she got fouled and started to fight people. She got her hair pulled. She actually had her first triple-double ever. Who saw that coming? WNBA, what are your thoughts on that? Seriously, what do you want to comment below? Comment about anything you want. I'll read it. I'll reply back. Thanks for the support on the way out. Don't forget to follow me on X and Instagram at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L, Merril, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.